What's up, YouTube? Today we're going to be working on this 98 Jeep Cherokee XJ. It's having a couple of issues. We're going to start with the fuel. So the problem that it's having is that you have to crank it twice for it to turn on. We already checked the issue because we had to order the stuff on Rock Auto. This is what we did. We hooked up the fuel pressure gauge. So what we've done so far is we removed the fuel rail and we opened the ignition a couple of times to make sure that one of these injectors wasn't stuck open, and they aren't. So the next thing is we checked to see if the fuel rail was holding the pressure. Let me open the ignition real quick just to see the gauge right there. See if it's on. It does have 50 psi. I'm going to turn it off. You can see how fast it loses the pressure. So we're going to be replacing the whole sending unit. Because another thing that's wrong is that the gauge doesn't really work. It's a bit off. We have this for something else. The clock spring is also bad on this Jeep. So I'm gonna get the jack and then I'll put you guys back on once we're under the car. So this is supposed to be clipped up here to this plastic, but I don't know if someone already messed with it. It doesn't look like it because this looks pretty old. Let me see if I can pull this off. So what we did is we put the Jeep on the jack stands just so we could have a little more space to get down here to work on this. So we're gonna back these off. These are 14 millimeters. We have the jack on the tank, just holding it a little with a little bit of pressure. We're gonna back these off all the way. We should have hit the threads with a wire brush to clean the debris, so these nuts go back off a little bit easier, but we're not gonna do all that. And actually we don't even have to back them up all the way because we could unhook them once they're loose enough. They're just hanging in here on the unibody. I'll show you guys right now. So it actually came off by itself once we got to this point. So basically it's just hanging in here, goes up here and it hooks, and then it slides into a little hole that's up here. So now we gotta remove this one. This one got two 14 millimeter nuts, one for the heat shield for the exhaust and the other one for the hanger. So we're gonna undo this one first, then we're gonna undo the second one. We finally got that side off. It was giving us some issues. Now we gotta disconnect the fuel line right there. We use these little clamp things that we got from Harbor Freight. So this one, it's too big. Probably be this one. It's actually too big, so I'm gonna use the next size down. This one, yeah, I think this one fits better. So I think there might be some gas coming out of that line. Okay, very little gas. I think we're gonna have to disconnect this one as well, but I'm gonna lower the tank a little bit. I didn't disconnect the filler hoses because I want to see if we're gonna have enough room to work on this from here. It's really tight in here. Fuck. They're in the way. This one's in the way. Alright. So then we're gonna have to disconnect the filler hoses just to be able to get this done a little cleaner because it's super dusty in there and I don't want all that to fall in the tank. Shit, I don't know if you guys can see all this, but it's super dusty in here. And we have to disconnect this line. There you go. So that one just pulls out. Now we gotta mess with the filler hoses. I'm gonna try to get a little ratchet in here to back those off a little quicker, and then just pry them out. It's just two of them. I think we got them out enough. And also one thing to note is that if you're gonna remove your gas tank, make sure hopefully you're able to get it down to empty, or as empty as possible. It's way easier than if it has a lot of gas in it. We're looking for. I think I'm gonna rinse this down real quick just to get all that trash out of the way, but we have to back this off and replace the whole unit. We actually just got this in today, so hopefully it's the right one. Looks like it's the right one. Yeah. Looks very similar, so hopefully it does work. It has a new gasket. And I think this is what goes bad. I know that there's a right tool to remove this, but I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. We're just gonna go ahead and tap this out with the flathead. Hopefully we don't break this, or else it's gonna be really bad. We're gonna have to go to a junkyard and get another one. So I'll put you guys back on once I get this loose. So that actually worked. You can see this is the whole unit right here, and this is the gasket right here. So we're gonna put the new gasket on, just like that. Make sure it doesn't fall in there. Get this water out of the way. And that's pretty dirty too also. This is an original unit. It has the Chrysler logo right there. Let's compare the plugs. Let's see if this is the new plug. This is the old plug. Looks the same. And we're gonna get the plastic off of this. With that off of the floater, I'll slide this in. we're gonna make sure that it goes in nicely. So I'm gonna put you guys back on once we have it set properly. Damn, this thing was really hard to get in place because it would go one way. You have to kind of push this down a little bit and then start turning. So we're gonna get this all the way in, and hopefully the seal is in its place, because it would suck if it's not. It's too tight for this to go in here, so I'm gonna just use a pick and try to get the plastic over the fitting like that. One thing to notice is that this one doesn't have that little clip that this one has. So I'm gonna slide this in place and then I'll put you guys back on once we're ready to hook everything up. We're gonna try it before we hook these up. So, crank it once, open it once. Okay, I can hear the pump. Close it. Turn it on.
Turn it on?
Yeah, or open it again. I can hear the pump. Okay, close it and turn it on. Okay, so everything is working. Now we're gonna go ahead and put these back on and bolt up the tank. We got the lines in, we got the top stuff on. These were a hassle. We put a little bit of grease on the ends to be able to slide them in. The wiring harness is hooked up, so it's basically just these, and they get put back on. We're gonna check the fuel rail once we're done with this to make sure it still holds pressure. It's holding pressure. Let's see if it'll turn on. It's been sitting for like about 5 minutes now. That's it for this video. Make sure to check us out on Instagram at Yonke_OXC Films. I'll leave that in the description down below, and we'll catch you on the next one.